Today we're going to be doing some testings with the PMOG version 2.4 shells. I'd like to thank Gordon for sending out these shells to me to be tested. If you notice in this white box right here, I had some original 2.3s that I never got a chance to test. That's my bad on that one. We're going to be trying various shells today, as you can see, and a couple of different launchers to see how they work. These are the only kind of launchers I don't have. I do have a Mad Bull one and another one, and we'll test those to see if it's actually something that we could use for other people if they don't have like the Havoc launcher that people are using to get them, or an over and under type launcher. We have the explosive shells. I've got actually 5 of them here. We've got a bunch of chalk rounds. We've got 2 yellow practice rounds, which is what I'm going to be ranging in with before I start any of the testing. Just a quick look here, and I'll swing the camera out so we can see what's going on here. These are the 2 buildings I'm going to be shooting to. It's only 60 feet, I know, kind of close, but in my opinion, if you're marking a car or a location, mainly a vehicle with these type of rounds, I don't think you're going to be hitting them at great ranges. You might get a lucky shot. At this range, you're definitely going to be able to hit them, so that's what I'm going to show. There's like 3 different areas that are 60 feet exactly, and that's what I'm going to be shooting at. Building 11 and building 4B, meaning 4 block, because there's 4 buildings, 4 8-foot sections in that block, are going to be what I'm going to be shooting at first. Excuse me, and then I'm going to be shooting at another blank wall at 60 feet exactly. All 3 of these targets are 60 feet away from me. I just measured them off with the tape that you see right here. So let's get testing and see what happens. Just to let you know, on the testing before we're going to start filming, I did shoot a couple of the practice rounds, which is this yellow one. One was okay, the other one just ripped the top off and it's gone. This is going to work out because I do have some, as you can see right here, I have some extra chalk rounds I'm going to put in them. I found out that green gas does not have enough snot to push them out, even though I've got a high capacity shell. It's just not doing the job. So I'm using CO2, and I put too much in, and it really went out there. So, and smashed and made a mess. I even made a dent in the wood. So these are definitely something you don't want to shoot against a person, against a vehicle or a building structure, something to be destroyed. Yes. So we're going to start by doing some of the chalk rounds. Okay, I'm going to start off. I've got a high capacity shell with CO2. I think I filled it up too much again, but we're going to shoot it against building 11 right there in frame and see what we get. I'm going to try to aim for the 11 as my target, that 11 circle as my target. Excellent. That's at 60 feet that I shot it at. Just showing this in frame. This is the round after we've hit. It exploded. Nice red mark. Now, there's chalk filled inside these. I did not fill these. These are filled from Gordon, how he sent them to me. So if they have like a chalk inside, that's what's exploding on there. I'm going to try another shot at them using another blue one. Third time is going to be the charm. I'm almost positive. Okay, that's an excellent. I was shaking a little bit on that one because I didn't know if it was going to go off or not. What I think I'm filling 100 is not filling anything at all. So I had to like give it 2 shots on there, and I actually noticed the gauge goes down. So hopefully I got it this time. So let's give it another shot. That's a point where I had more than 100 psi in there. Okay, just so you know, I was really shaking on that one to see if it would go off. A little hard to trigger pull, and that shell hit so hard, the green and bounced somewhere. I have no idea where it went. I'm going to do this on camera so you guys see what I'm doing. Bug heaven here too. I'm actually putting in the shell. I have this high capacity shell. I'm just sliding in there, and then I'm pushing in on the shell itself so it pushes over the top of that rounded part. So you see the shell, maybe you can't see the shell, is in there. I don't know if you can or not. But the shell is in there, and it's got some pressure against the grenade, 40 millimeter grenade in there to get something to pop out. So let's give this a shot, safe, and see if I can actually aim again this time at 11. Damn, I can't hit shit. Okay, all the ones we've been doing right along have been this dark blue shell. It seems like they got like red powder in it. I just wanted to show you, he did send a bunch of powder along in case I want to put it in some of these extra shells I have. But for now, we're just using the ones he sent me. All right, we're going to give this another try. This is with a light blue shell. It's probably got the same powder and everything in it. So let's try for 11 again. Okay, that didn't quite work out. Now this is the last of the dark blue shells. We're going to see how we do again. And I'm going to aim at, I'm putting the curve of the barrel right here, right over the top of that 11 at 60 feet, just to see what we get. I think that's all in the trigger pull. When I pull, it actually moves me left. Okay, this is going to be the first of the explosive tip shells. I was going to do a test before I started filming, but I thought live test is the best. If you notice on that last shot, when I was pulling, I pull, when my finger pulls, it seems to jerk it to the left a little bit, which is, if you can see on the shed over there, my last 3 shots were left. So I'm going to aim a little bit to the right, pull the trigger, and see if we get a detonation. Okay, all we got is a chalk detonation. Okay, we got test number 2. We're going to try it again, see if we get a detonation or just chalk again. We got detonation, but I had not enough CO2 in. Okay, I got a brand new CO2 cartridge I put in there, and of course the gauge is funky once you put a new one in there, so I don't know how much CO2 I put in. I could have put in 100 pounds, I could have put in 300 pounds, I don't know. We'll see how hard the trigger pull, and then that'll tell me how much we got in here when it fires. I don't think it went off. I'd have to watch the video to see, but I think it just exploded and didn't hit the explosives to go off. Okay, I could smell gunpowder when I was over there by it, so I don't know if it was one from one of the other ones, but it seemed like it was just in the air. So it may have been a combination of the shell exploding and the powder going off inside there that made the mark. So we got another one in here, and I think I got 100 psi in the grenade. So let's give it a shot. I don't know, it sounds like it went off. Last of the explosive shells, I think that one did go off because you smell gunpowder strong in the air when it goes off, so it did do a small bang. I think it won't translate to video here because you're so close to the explosion when I'm shooting, so maybe I might move the camera over there and hopefully not shoot the camera and see if you can hear it over there. Okay, I'm going to walk back 60 feet and shoot. Firing. I definitely think that exploded. Maybe it'll translate on video. Just an update so you can see, of all the shells, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 I recovered, 3 I lost. I still have one blue one back there that I'm going to shoot as well. But in the interim, I have found a pen and a plastic knife that one of our guys must have lost when he was playing in the compound here. So we're going to fire up and load up one last shell. Okay, we're going to see how good my aim is. In 4B, there's this doorway right here. I want to see if I can get it inside the doorway. Even money on that I'm not going to be able to do it, but I'm going to give it a shot just to see. That's downrange a little bit from the 60 foot. So that's 8 and 8, 16 feet down farther, but it is on the same level. So it's roughly probably about the same distance. Let's give it a shot. Firing. Well, I aimed high because I thought it would go, and it actually hit the frame of the door. Okay, just that last shell I shot was actually a version 2.3. The version 2.4 has this flexible bottom on it, which is excellent for a seal against a grenade. The original ones have this hard, non-flexible shell, which when you put it on the grenade, it does fit, but it moves around a little bit, where this one on the grenade, it'll squish on there a little bit and hold. So we're going to be shooting the rest to have fun here. We're going to be shooting the 2.3s. We're going to see how they're going to shoot and make marks. Okay, same thing as before. We're going to try to get it in that doorway again. You know, I'm game. I'm going to give it a shot. All right, looks like the top came right off it. Yeah, it did. Okay, I'm going to give up on that doorway shot because I'm not doing it. These shells they have a real weird trajectory, and the bases are ripping loose. So I think they've been sitting around too long since Gordon gave them to me. My bad for not using them right away. So we're going to go right back to 60 feet to 11. See what kind of range damage we can do at this range with these hard shells. All that one does is shatter. Okay, we're going to try a little trick. I've got my M79 here, shorty, and the grenade fits really loose in it, the version 2.3. I got green gas in here. Let's see what we get, if we can even get it out there. Oh, I'd say that goes. It went over the building. I was aiming high because I thought it was going to go over there, but I guess not. Here's a busted shell. I'm going to try to shoot and see if we get anything out of it. I'm going to aim low this time. And it worked. Even the busted shell worked and left the mark. Close up on the rounds so you can see them. There's all the ones there. And all the ones, just that low one that I missed on. But pretty good on a 4x8 sheet. Final conclusion. Starting off with the launchers, the M79, they're very loose in, even the new versions. With the fin, they slide right out. With the S Thunder launcher, the long one, they actually seem to fit pretty good. And with the flexible end, like we see right here, they fit right over the shell, and you're able to use them very well. Excellent marking. As you saw, they left some pretty good marks in the building. You would be able to tell that there was a mark on your vehicle, it was destroyed, whatever. The explosive tips, I did get one to bang where you could audibly hear it, and I think the other ones did go off. I think they were just so loud that you couldn't, you know, on this end, they were so loud that you just couldn't hear them going off on there. Hopefully on the other video, you'll be able to hear something on that. Just to show you something else too, of course, I lost three of those, and I lost all but one of the version 2.3s. This flexible tip, if you can find it, and I'm assuming Gordon will have extras of these to sell. Here is a shell, chalk shell that you get. You put, I guess, powder inside here. This just pushes on. Maybe you might need to put something on here. I haven't read the directions. It probably tells you all this in the directions. Maybe put some plumber's tape or something like that on there to just give it a little bit of a push on there. And it's pretty tight on there to start with, so a little plumber's tape or even a little bit of glue on there to maintain it. Might be a drop or two of like Elmer's glue and just squeeze it in there. The powder would be in there, and now you have an explosive round. Well, you have a chalk-filled round that makes a mark. The explosive rounds, he did give me the ends, which are these red ones right here where I can buy those snappers. I'll put the link in the description if I can find it. And it might be something you want to try. At 60 feet, you know, if you get the idea what you're hitting at, or, you know, you're ranging at, I think you do pretty good. I'm shooting at an 8-foot target. That's a 4x8 sheet right there. Two 4x8 sheets, roughly 6 feet long, to the doorway, and I was hitting in there. So if you have in a vehicle size at that range, I think you can hit it, as long as you take your time and realize how much gas you have in your grenade launcher. It'll mark your target very well. Using green gas with, say, a M79 launcher, these shells might fall through a little bit. Maybe put a little paper towel or something around them just to give a little bit more seal for the gas to push them out. He also gives these rubber sleeves, which is something that you might want to think about putting around your grenade or around the shell as well. That might provide enough seal to keep it in there. I didn't use any of those, but it might be something to try and do and see what kind of propellant or see what kind of action you get out of those. Again, thanks to Gordon for sending me these. These are great. My squad mates have been all asking about this and testing, so I'm going to be able to show them this video, and hopefully this will generate some more interest in the shells and maybe even the explosive tip shells. If Gordon wants to sell them pre-made or just sell the two pieces together or give a link, I don't know how exactly he's going to do all this. I will put any kind of links that I can find that he's given me for this in the description. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.